Hi and welcome to another GC Mysteries video, this time looking into the mysteriously evil mind of Katherine Knight. So this video is on Katherine Knight. Now, to look at her in photographs, you may think that she is just the normal woman next door, or the elderly lady that you help cross the road in the street, but she is certainly not any of them at all. What Katherine Knight is pure evil. Now, she was born on the 24th of October 1955 and is the first Australian woman to be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Now, there is a reason, but I'll go back to the start, and it surrounds a man called John Charles Thomas Price, who was born on the 4th of April 1955 and was the father of 3 children when Knight had an affair with him. Reputedly a terrific bloke, liked by everyone who knew him, his own marriage had ended in 1988 while his 2-year-old daughter had remained with his former wife, and the 2 older children lived with him. Now, John Price was well aware of Knight's violent reputation, but he still let her move into his house in 1995, and she got on with his children. He was making a lot of money working in the local mines, and apart from violent arguments, apparently life at first was like a bunch of roses. In 1998, Katherine Knight and John Price fought over his refusal to marry her, and in retaliation she videotaped items he allegedly had stolen from work and sent the tape to his boss. Although the items were out of date medical kits that he had scavenged from the company rubbish tip, Price was fired from the job he had held for 17 years, as his boss had no choice. That same day, Price kicked her out and she returned to her own home, while news of what she had done spread throughout the town. Now, for some reason, a few months later, John Price restarted the relationship, although he was now refusing to allow her to move in with her. And so the fighting became even more frequent, and most of his friends had decided that they would no longer have anything to do with him while he was with Katherine Knight. So In February of 2000, a series of assaults on John culminated with Katherine Knight stabbing him in the chest. Finally fed up, he kicked her out of his house. On the 29th of February, he stopped at the Scone Magistrates Court on his way to work and took out a restraining order in an attempt to keep her away from both himself and his children. Weirdly though, that afternoon, Price told his co-workers that if he didn't come to work the next day, it would be because Knight had murdered him. And despite their pleas that Price should not return home, he stated that he was afraid Knight would kill his children if he did not. So Price arrived home to find that Knight, although not there herself, had sent the children away for a sleepover at a friend's house. He then spent the evening with his neighbours before returning home and going to bed at 11 p.m. Earlier that day though, Knight had bought new black lingerie and had videotaped all her children while making comments which have since been interpreted as a crude will. She later turned up at John Price's house while he was sleeping and sat watching television and for a few minutes before having a shower. She then woke Price and they had sex, after which he fell asleep. Now, he didn't turn up for work that day, and all attempts to get in contact with him failed. So she had took a large number of pills herself after she had stabbed Price with a butcher's knife while he was sleeping, and according to the blood evidence, he awoke and tried to turn the light on before attempting to escape, while Knight chased him through the house. He managed to open the front door and get outside, but he either stumbled back in or was dragged back into the hallway where he finally died. Now, several hours after he had died, Knight skinned him and hung the skin from a meat hook on the architrave of a door to the lounge room, and decapitated Price and cooked parts of his body, serving up the meat with potato and various vegetables. Now, she also put his head in a boiling pan. But the worst part of this was that that she had served up 2 meals which were intended to be eaten by his children. They, of course, wouldn't know what they were eating, they'd just think it was meat. But they were intended to be eaten by his children. And, of course, now you see why, chillingly, why she got life imprisonment without parole. But if you want to find out more, just search Katherine Knight. Thank you for watching this GC Mysteries video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and click the notification bell. If you can, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/GC Mysteries. See us on Facebook and Twitter, GC Mysteries, and bye bye for now.